The always entertaining Eugene Levy hates trying new things, hates going to new places. So what better person than to host a travel docuseries? Let's talk about Apple TV Plus's The Reluctant Traveler. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my TV review for the Apple TV Plus series, The Reluctant Traveler. This has finished its first season. All of the 8 episodes are up now, and it's already been renewed just a few weeks ago for season number 2. So if you like what you see in the first season, well, hopefully in due time we will have a season 2 of this, and we'll launch into the whole thing here and my opinion on it in just a moment. But first, let me welcome you into Dan Reviews It. Thank you for finding this video. We've got a ton of great movie and TV reviews for you to check out. I try to post something new just about every day for you to watch. So consider subscribing down below there. Hit that notification bell perhaps, or just like this video, comment on it, share it on your socials. All that stuff does help the channel out. All right, let's talk about The Reluctant Traveler, shall we? So Eugene Levy, he has been a part of my life almost since birth, honestly. So he was on this show, SCTV, in the early 80s. It was a sketch comedy show from Canada. And most of America really didn't know about it, but they would run it like in the middle of the night on NBC. And my dad, who, I was probably 3 or 4 at the time, and my little brother was, a baby still, or 1 year old or something. And so when my dad would be up in the middle of the night taking care of us, he would watch SCTV, and it was just, something he loved, and he would go into work and talk about it, and nobody would know what he was talking about. But he was an early adopter of taping things from television, so he still has them, all of these old, VHS and actually even beta tapes. He doesn't have those anymore, but of old SCTV sketches. And Eugene Levy was, a part of that show. It was, John Candy, Martin Short, Catherine O'Hara, a lot of very, before they were famous kind of people. That was their launching pad, and Eugene Levy was part of that crew. So he's been a part of my life for a long, long time, and it's been great to see him have sort of, so many career resurgences. In the 80s, obviously, he started, with SCTV, and then he did some movies, and then, 15, 20 years later, he was doing the American Pie movies, which, became kind of his most famous thing as Jim's dad. He did all the direct-to-video sequels and everything. And then another, 15 years after that, he starred in Schitt's Creek, which I'm wearing the shirt from that, my Rose Apothecary shirt. But, so he's been really a part of my life for a long time, and I love watching him. He's always entertaining, but he is kind of always himself. I think that's why he was so endearing as Jim's dad and as, Mr. Rose on Schitt's Creek, because he is sort of that, lovable kind of a person. And watching this show, I didn't quite realize how much he reminds me of my father until I watched these episodes of The Reluctant Traveler. So my dad, does like to travel, but, he keeps it pretty safe. He'll go to museums, or he'll, lay on the beach or something. He doesn't try, crazy new things or different foods. He doesn't really venture out of his sort of zone that much. In fact, him and my mother were talking about, what they wanted on their gravestones, not too long ago. And my dad wanted to put, and I think he will, "Be not afraid" on his grave, because he feels like he's sort of, looking back on his life, he's like, I really was afraid of everything. I didn't try new things, and maybe I should have. And so it's really great to see Eugene Levy doing all these things at 75. He's just a couple of years older than my father. Experiencing all these things that he never would have tried, and has not tried in his many, many decades on this earth. And he's having fun while doing it. He's being himself, sort of being funny and being a little pithy, and but you can sense that he's nervous about some of these things. And I'll be honest, I don't watch a lot of travel shows. I've seen, a few episodes of the late, great Anthony Bourdain's show, Parts Unknown. But like, the Stanley Tucci traveling show, I haven't watched. And, a lot of that kind of stuff. It just, I don't know. I mean, I like seeing different places and stuff, but I don't really watch a lot of like travel log TV shows. So I don't have a ton to compare this to be honest. But Levy is traveling all over the world, and each episode is a different country. So, he's going to Finland and Costa Rica and Portugal and South Africa. And there's even an episode in the US, seeing and doing things that he's not experienced yet here. Since he hails from Canada, this isn't really his home country. So it's very, very interesting to kind of watch him do this and, thinking about, okay, how would I be in this situation? I think that's kind of the fun thing to do with travel shows. Like, oh, I would want to experience this, or oh, I think that might be a pass for me, and that kind of thing. But he does it all, even if he doesn't want to, and I think that's really cool. Most travel shows, I feel like the host is very gung ho. Bourdain loved travel. So, oh yeah, let's get out here and do this and try this thing and do that. And Eugene Levy is almost, hesitant to do that around every turn. And it's very, very endearing. This is a fun show to watch, and it's good for the whole family. There's not a lot of, ribald humor and cursing and stuff like that. So it is actually a good family, kind of wholesome show. There might be a little cursing here and there, but and he is a lot of fun to watch, as a host. And I'm looking forward to, if they decide to move forward with that second season. But all 8 episodes of this are streaming right now on Apple TV Plus. I'm going to leave The Reluctant Traveler with a B+. Again, I don't have a ton of experience with travel shows to compare, but I really, really enjoyed watching this show. I know there's a little bit of a personal connection too, but take that for what it is. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you back here next time on Dan Reviews It. Bye.